Why do we trust easily when decision doesn't matter? And why can't we trust when it matters the most? We trust easily with the Ola cab driver we just met, we trust them easily. We trust food delivery app with our own home address. But when it comes to bigger life decisions like buying a real estate or picking up a career or choosing a life partner, all of a sudden we go blank. Overthinking, doubt, everything comes in a picture. Our brain functions like crime investigation department. Ideally, trust should increase, right, when stakes are higher, but instead it collapses. I'll give you the real life experience what I faced that will help us understand trust paradox a little bit better. So I usually come back from work to home and I park my car in a parking lot. Just right beside me there is one I-10 which is getting parked always, and left there is blank space. So I come easily. I mean, I feel that, one hand drive also I can do it with my years driving experience. I can eat sandwich with one hand and probably, park the car. That easy. Now, another time I was having a meeting at Trump Tower, Mumbai for one of my client, and my colleague Neeraj had also joined with me. The moment we reached at the parking lot, all of a sudden we saw that there was right side black Mercedes S-Class and left there was brand new red shining Ferrari. All of a sudden, both hands on steering wheel, back straight, neck stiff. I checked mirror at least 14 times that time. Like I was launching some missile kind of feeling I got that moment. I just drove 2 inches and Neeraj, my colleague, said, "Can you just please stop?" I said, "Neeraj, can you let me park?" He was so panicked. He said that I want to get down from the sunroof only. I don't want to take any kind of risk. We both went completely breathless. Top of it, I did something strange. I turned down the radio. I mean, is it going to help me see better? Of course not. We do that whenever we are in a panic situation. The car behind us that did not exist was also stressed that moment. Now we were parking like we were defusing a bomb. So what happened here just? Did car change? No. Did car size change? No. Did physics change? No. Only the thing got changed here is the price of the mistake. If I hit I-10 in my building, I know that I'll be giving 1500 rupees to that owner and things will be sorted. But if I by mistakenly hit Ferrari, I'll have to tell the owner, "Sir, do you accept EMI?" That's called paradox, guys. Ideally, logic says whenever situation is serious, you should be more trusting your instinct or experience. But instead, what do? We panic first and think later. I'll be talking about now this trust paradox, how it messes with 3 important aspects of our life. Number 1, money. Number 2, career. And number 3, relationship. So let's start with part 1, money. So I work in real estate industry in Mumbai. On a daily basis, I meet so many calm, intelligent, sensible, logical people who turned into forensic expert the day they are supposed to sign a check. I don't know why it happens. So there was one lovely couple who were scouting for a house in Mumbai from such a long time. Let's take, for example, their name, Rahul and Anjali. I showed them one house. I think everything was great about that house. Great view, great price, great floor plan, everything was perfect. They were happy also. They liked it so much that they started clicking a selfie in the living room. They were talking about where sofa will fit. At one point, Anjali put a very bold statement. She said that I can see a future in this house. That's a bold statement. Now, cut to, fast forwarded to the day of signing a check. Rahul all of a sudden turned into Sherlock Holmes. He's tapping the walls. I went there and I said, "Sir, are you checking the walls or are you trying to contact the previous owner?" He was checking each and every cabinet of the house like he was expecting some secret tunnel out of it. At one point, he went under the sink and he was checking the leakage also. And now he's secretly whispering in my ears like we were in some spy movie. "Hemant, all okay?" I said, "All okay." So he said, "Then why owner is moving?" I said, "Owner is moving because people move, Rahul." So he said, No, I want to know the real reason." Now when he said that, he was damn serious. I said, "Rahul, this house is not a backstory of some Netflix horror movie, rest assured. All good." So what just happened here? Did house change? No. Did view change? Did price change? Did sunlight change? Did floor plan change? Nothing changed. Only the thing got changed here was money became real. And when money becomes real, trust fades. I'll give you the example of when we buy a shirt. If it fades, we throw it off, right? Because it's not expensive. But when it comes to buying a real estate, high money, high stake, bigger risk. Our brain functions like a Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law say that when something can go wrong, it is definitely going to go wrong. Sources say this couple is still searching for the house in Mumbai. Part 2, career. We choose Netflix show within 2 minutes of scrolling nowadays. But when it comes to choosing a career, we sometimes take more than a year also. Why? Because choosing a wrong show on Netflix can spoil our 2 hours, but choosing a career can jeopardize our life. We know that very well. Before I started my corporate career, my brokerage firm, I was working in corporate for a couple of years. I knew the drill. Great boss, great salary, great team, great working environment, everything was perfect. But still there was something missing in my heart. I said I wanted something of my own, but I was stuck for years. Do you know why? Because of one thing, which is the most addictive drug ever made in the history of mankind. It's not sugar, it's not caffeine. It's that SMS which you get on every 31st which says your salary has been credited. I had a brilliant colleague, Abhishek. He kind of did not like his job. He wanted to do something of his own. I said, "Why don't you initiate?" Always he gave me some lame answers. Market is bad, economy can crash, I am too old. When he said I'm too old, he was just 35, guys. So what was that? That was fear wearing formal clothes. That can happen in a business decision also. We take a bold decision of starting our own business. But what happens? We get a success. Now it's time for expansion. It's time for injecting some capital, and that is the time our hands get shaky. And that's called trust paradox, because stakes are higher, and that is the time our conscience do not allow us. I'll be talking about the third part, relationship. Relationship is the ultimate trust paradox. Initially, when you start dating a girl, everything is so good, right? World feels beautiful. People around you is so good. That vibe is amazing. A lot of people, you might have experienced this, which you'll not admit right now in front of principal, I'm sure. But when this relationship goes to the next level, which is marriage, or you call it as a forever, now walls go up and suddenly you feel everything is wrong about that person. You take granted that person all the time now. Why? Because you know the cost of emotional bankruptcy at that moment can be crazy. You know that very well. I had a friend, Anand, who dated wonderful woman for 5 years. Everything was so good about them, like trust, there was a lot of love, there was a lot of respect. Then they decided, now let's get married. Just 1 month prior, Anand started taking this relationship so casually all of a sudden. He used to check if her blue ticks are on, her last scene is on. He used to check if she's not coming on time. He used to get annoyed on her. Those kind of things started coming all of a sudden in a picture. Why? Because again, marriage is a high stake. You know the outcome could be unfavorable, unpredictable. You know that very well. He was absolutely not prepared for that. He thought this is very important for me. If I do any kind of mistake here, probably my life will be destroyed. He knew that very well. That's called trust paradox. So ideally what trust means, what we think trust is, we feel that everything will go all right, but that's not trust. Trust means no matter any kind of situation comes in your life, you are mentally prepared that I'll take care of it. That's called trust. Trust means having emotional stability in insecurities. I'll break trust paradox in few steps now immediately. Separate clarity with confidence. Not 100% everything will be guaranteed in your life. You need to have just enough understanding that this is good to go. I can handle the situation. Separate fear from facts. Risk is going to be involved 100% in anything you do. Your brain, your imagination is going to protect you, saying that this is danger, don't go there. Can we control outcome? We can't, right? We take a bold decision, after that we know that sometimes outcome can be unpredictable. Only the thing which we can control is our preparation. If we are mentally prepared, then we can handle anything. And the last thing, discomfort is the price of growth. Because the most, whatever uncomfortable decisions you are taking in your life, everything requires only one thing, that's trusting yourself when fear is loud. So when next time, if you are taking a bigger life decision, just ask yourself, am I scared? Or is it just the fear which is knocking the door? Because trust feels the hardest when the moment, that is only the moment when you'll feel that you're going to win in your life. Thank you so much, guys.